Hello, precious people. I'm your daily maven. Every new day is a gift, so let's open it with gratitude and wonder. I hope you're ready to spiral up your life today. So let's take a deep breath and get into our chat, okay? Did you feel good? You feel that breath in your body? Kind of just brings you right into the moment. I love that. I wanted to show you, before we got started with our topic today, I wanted to show you how crazy my cats get when I am not waking up when they want me to wake up. Every morning, sometimes it starts as early as 5 a.m., they start walking all over the bed. My one boy cat loves to tear stuff up on my bedside table. I have this touch lamp, so he's figured out somehow with his lips he can touch the lamp and turn it on. What else does he do? Oh, what I woke up today, I have this little neck thing, this thing you buy that you put your neck here and you hang your head over here. It stretches your neck out. I actually go to the chiropractor pretty often, but I've been trying to save money, so I bought something I could do at home because my arms get numb at night sometimes. So I'll do this little neck thing, stretch my neck out, and it actually really helps. But look at what he did. He was chewing this up. It's right by my bed. He's going to town on it. And then, not in my bedroom, but out here in the office area, I had my show notes, my greeting. He starts chewing it up. Luckily, that was my old opening and closing for the show, so he could chew that up. I was gonna file it anyway, and then I got out to my desk and I left. I think I left this out a couple days yesterday. Maybe I showed this on the show, and I was like, "Why is the air all out of this?" And it was bent in half. And I see some little chew marks, so he must have released the air out of this little creatine thing that I take. It was so funny. I'm like, he was on a tear last night trying to wake me up because I was sleeping in because my husband's out of town today. Usually I will wake up pretty early so the cats don't tear up the bedroom trying to wake me up and wake him up too. So I'll get up, I'll go lay in the guest room and they'll tear stuff up in there. I have some paperwork and books and things in there and they'll tear it up. But I can sleep on and off while they're tearing things up. Under the bed is like wrapping paper and they'll go to town on like gift bags and wrapping paper under the bed in the guest room. I don't know. So today, since my husband wasn't home, I stayed in bed. I let them just tear up whatever they wanted. I just thought that was so funny. Anyway, I'm going to get into the topic. I actually have a lot of information. I may not even get through everything. I was collecting information on fasting because I started fasting Saturday and Sunday this last weekend. I broke my fast last night. And then also I found out tomorrow is the beginning of Ramadan. So that whole fasting thing starts tomorrow. I'm like, well, maybe I'll talk about fasting today. And it's such an old tradition, as old as humanity itself. Whether you're skipping breakfast or it's intermittent fasting or going without food for spiritual reasons, which is what I was doing, it's not just a trendy diet trick. There's some real substance behind it. I do have to make a note, and I think everyone should be aware. I'm not a doctor. I don't know your conditions that could be aggravated by fasting. So check with your doctor before you do start a fasting routine. Make sure that you're healthy enough, like your heart health and everything. It's not a quick fix for diabetes or anything. It has a lot of health benefits, but make sure you check with your doctor first. So, the science behind it. Fasting is not just about not eating. It shifts your metabolic processes. Normally, our bodies run on glucose from recent meals. That's easy energy. But after about 12 hours without food, you switch into burning stored fat for energy, and it produces ketones. This process, called ketosis, is where many of the benefits kick in. And just be aware, ketosis is not acid keto something. There's another thing that's very similar in name, but it is a bad thing for your body. This is just ketosis, where your body's burning fat for energy. And one of the most studied forms is intermittent fasting. It's like eating within an 8-hour window each day, and then you fast the rest of the 16 hours. A lot of people who are on the keto diet do this. I did this. Very helpful. And it's nice to know I don't even have to think about making something to eat or what do I want to eat or I'm hungry for 16 hours. I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling hungry, but I don't have to think about it until 2 p.m. when my eating window opens. It was really nice, actually. Fasting can guard organs from type 2 diabetes, heart disease, neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's, inflammatory bowel disease, and even some cancers. Mark Mattson, he's a senior investigator at the National Institute on Aging, has shown animal studies that fasting reduces oxidative stress, preserves learning and memory. I need this. And it improves disease biomarkers. Yes, I love it. I mean, yeah, that's great. Weight loss obviously is another thing that fasting can do for you. And this is where if you have an eating disorder or something, fasting is probably not the best mentally for you. Weight loss, let's see. Courtney Peterson's research at Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health found that daily intermittent fasting helps people eat about 250 fewer calories. That can lead to like a half a pound of weight loss per week, which is great. Let's see. It's not about burning more calories, but curbing your hunger hormones. It's called ghrelin. I'd be like, ghrelin. It makes hunger more even keeled throughout the day, not big spikes in hunger. Then there's blood sugar control. A 2023 study of over 200 people showed that intermittent fasting 3 days a week. Oh, I didn't even know that. It's like it doesn't have to be every single day you're doing this, but you can pick the days of the week. It reduces the type 2 diabetes risk by boosting insulin sensitivity. Overall, fasting promotes better glucose regulation, lower blood pressure, and improved heart rates. Interesting. Oh, I was going to look up this word. I see this one a lot, and I don't quite know how to say it. Autophagy? Autophagy? It's the fancy term for cellular cleanup. As far as I know, this is like your cells eating themselves. Let's see if that's what this says. Fasting triggers your cells to recycle damaged parts, which MIT researchers linked to faster regeneration of intestinal stem cells. It aids in recovery from injuries or inflammation. This could delay age-related diseases and extend lifespan in animals, although they don't have any completed human studies yet, it looks like. Well, to measure people's lifespan, you probably have to have a long-term study for that. So let's see, an umbrella of a review of randomized trials in The Lancet found high certainty evidence that intermittent fasting reduces your waist circumference, fat mass, LDL cholesterol, total cholesterol. Let me move my chair. I keep hitting my desk. It's kind of tight quarters in here. All right. So it reduces all these the LDL, cholesterol, triglycerides, fasting insulin, and your systolic blood pressure in adults with overweight or obesity. It even increases HDL cholesterol and fat-free mass in some cases. So not all cases, not completely studied to show like a cure for everything. And here's some warnings. It's not all good news. That same MIT study showed a potential risk. During regeneration, the fasting mice were more prone to early stage intestinal tumors if cancer mutations occurred. The BBC reported study of 19,000 adults, that is a huge study sample, suggested eating in less than an 8-hour window might raise cardiovascular death risk compared to 12 to 14-hour windows of eating. Wow. Might raise cardiovascular. So it's not proven, but there's a risk, maybe. The Mayo Clinic notes short-term benefits like cholesterol and inflammation, but long-term effects are unclear. Some fasting cycles might harm heart health. A University of Sydney study found intermittent fasting aids weight loss but doesn't reduce inflammation or improve insulin sensitivity, as much as calorie restriction. So there we have some conflicting studies here, where some say it does reduce your insulin, insulin sensitivity, and some says it improves insulin sensitivity. So, or increases, not improves. So a 10-day complete fast, so that's not the intermittent fasting, that's a 10-day complete fast, showed weight loss and stable ketone balance, but slight kidney function dips and no liver issues. It's tolerable for healthy adults, but supplements like salt may be needed. Yes, that's what I have learned through doing the keto diet and intermittent fasting. When you have your water, put some salt in it, preferably pink Himalayan salt. That's pretty easy to find. I think they just sell it in grocery stores now. Some salt in it, and that will help. What do you call it? Hydrate you. What is it called? That's in like Gatorade and stuff. There's stinkers. Anyway, there is something like adding salt to your water helps you hydrate better, and that can lead, keep your kidney health. Let's see. Now, the roots of fasting. I only have a few minutes to go over this, so I probably won't read everything. There's so many things in history and culture that often have a deep spiritual meaning related to fasting. It's religion and society. It's a tool for purification, discipline, and connection to the divine. Starting with ancient civilizations in Greece, Hippocrates prescribed fasting for acute illness like infections, believing it aided in natural healing. Priests of Asclepius, the god of medicine, fasted to prepare for divine revelations in dreams. Pythagoras made his students fast 40 days for mental clarity. In Egypt, priests fasted before temple rituals to purify the soul. Mesopotamia's Sumerian priests fasted for similar reasons. Here, indigenous cultures use fasting in rites of passage. Native American tribes fasted during vision quests for spiritual guidance. Siberian shamans fasted after illnesses to control spirits and heal. Pre-Columbian Peruvians fasted for penance after confession. To these people, fasting meant transcending the physical to access wisdom, healing, or atone for something. And I believe that in Christianity, that's my religion. Christianity draws from Jesus's 40 days wilderness fast. Early Christians fasted for purification. The Desert Fathers in the 4th century made it central for devotion. Lent, which is a 40-day fast, it's a 40-day period before Easter, sorry. It involves fasting, not always food, or abstaining, like no meat on Fridays, for repentance and self-discipline. Absolutely, is to keep your flesh under control. It is hard just to not eat. Your body wants it. Let's see, the Daniel fast. It's based on biblical stories. You avoid animal products and processed foods for your health and to increase your faith. Mormons fast the first Sunday monthly for personal reflection. And this is Coptic Christians. I never heard of this. In Egypt, they fast 210 days yearly. So that could be that like 3-day a week fast that we were talking about earlier. To Christians, fasting emulates sacrifice. It fosters empathy and it draws us closer to God. So let me look at some non-religious examples. Geneva's June Genevois is a secular fast for penitence after calamities. So that's interesting. Across cultures, fasting means more than hunger. It's about resilience, community, and transcending the material world. Fasting connects ancient wisdom and modern science, and evidence shows real benefits for metabolism, longevity, and health. But there are caveats for potential health risks to some people. Historically, it's a universal practice for spiritual depth, discipline, and empathy. I have to say, I grew up in a Christian school my church ran, and every Wednesday we all fasted lunch together and prayed through our lunch hour. And it started, maybe they didn't allow anyone who wasn't in high school. I think you had to be in either middle school or high school to fast lunch and pray with us in the sanctuary at our church on Wednesday afternoons. That was how I learned about fasting. And then there was one time I was really wanting God to answer a prayer for a friend of mine, and I went on a 5-day fast. I was a teenager. I was very skinny, though. I was little. And I did start, I fell down the stairs. I was getting really weak. So, just listen to your body too. Yeah, denying a meal here and there. Maybe a day fast, 2 days. Anything longer than that, really, like the salt in the water, probably just really listen to your body. A 40-day fast, I do not know how anyone could do that. Sorry, the sound might have gone out there. My little microphone died. But what I was saying is, I don't know how anyone could do a 40-day fast. But what Ramadan is like 40 days, just sun up to sundown fast. And then as soon as the sun goes down, then as a community, they break their fast for the day. So it's more of a community fast, which I liked. Like I said, the Wednesdays when I would do our fasting, that was great. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, just the miracle of fasting and how it can help you. If anything sparked a thought, go ahead and leave a comment or a like, subscribe. The world is better with your light in it, so keep growing and learning. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.